Hey guys, welcome back. It's Eric, free NBA daily bets. You can follow all of my official released bets at Twitter at Easy Money Wins, just like it sounds, at Easy Money Wins. Currently on the season, I am like 72 and 70, something like that, like minus 8 units. But I was like minus 40 units like 5 days ago, and I battled back. I'm basically almost like break even, pretty much, really close. And I always bounce back, guys. I always bounce back. Believe that. I am a winning NBA sports bettor. I will not be in the red for long. We are trending in the green. I saw it clearly today, 115 units, and I'm excited to get into Saturday. So I just finished my NFL podcast, and now I'm doing the NBA. I really didn't get a good look at tomorrow's games yet. So I'm literally taking a look at them right now, and I'll just talk through them, like first initial reaction onto what I think is going to happen for these games. So it'll be a little bit off the cuff, a little bit different than how I normally do the podcast, but nonetheless, let's talk through it. Let's talk through it. So the Celtics at the Hornets, those two teams play tonight, and man, I almost cashed the first half on the Celtics. I cashed the first quarter, but the first half, the Celtics kind of like took their foot off the gas pedal, let the Hornets back in, and then the Celtics covered the full game spread because the Hornets like completely melted down. So Grant Williams got ejected, Miles Bridges got ejected, and LaMelo Ball I think got technical. Like there's a lot of emotional stuff happening. So these two teams play each other again on Saturday at 6, back to back. So it'll be interesting. I think Al Horford's going to play. He didn't play today. He should play um, for on Saturday though. I would expect him to play. So not that it's that big of an issue, a big of a deal, but you know it's something. Let's see. The line's right where it was again. Boston minus 11.5, and the over under is 231. And man, I lean over 231 again, guys, just because I like what the Hornets did there at the end. I like that they challenged them. But then I'm also nervous because both halves were completely different. Like the first half was run and gun, and the second half they slowed it down considerably. So I'm going to stay off that total, but I do lean over, and I do lean um, Charlotte to cover that 11.5. I might get there with Charlotte 11.5, guys. I might get there. I think, not that I think, I know that emotion means something. And I like that. I like seeing that from teams. I might have to touch Charlotte plus 11.5. It's not going to be fun, but I might have to. That and Brandon Miller might be back. Brandon Miller might be back. So both these teams have Sunday off. So yeah, that's the only way I could look in that game. Like the over a little bit, not that much. Loved it today, barely won. And I like the Hornets plus 11.5. I like them to battle. I want to play them first quarter, first half, but it's so hard to go against Boston first quarter, first half, guys. It really is. That's a tall number. That's a really tall number. Uh, I'll probably. I think I'm gonna touch Charlotte plus 11.5, guys. I think I am. I think I am. Okay, next game. We have the Kings at the Raptors. No freaking way this opened at minus 2.5. That is ridiculous. Let's see what Sacramento starters played today. I mean, they're kind of deep, honestly. Sacramento's kind of a sneaky deep team. And like if you don't think so, you just don't know the NBA. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I picked that game correctly today. It's kind of a weird travel spot. They have to go all the way to Toronto tonight, and then they have to go all the way to Miami to play them on Monday. So it's like, why couldn't you switch it? Why couldn't you play Miami tomorrow, and then, Monday go to Toronto? Whatever. Let's see this box score. Let's see how long these guys played. So Keegan Murray, DeMar DeRozan, and De'Aaron Fox played 37, and Sabonis played 33. So 37 for Fox, Murray and DeRozan played 39 minutes, and Sabonis played 33 minutes. So, oh gosh, he only played 3 guys on the bench. He only played Lyles, Monk, and Ellis. You know why? You know why he did this? He was really freaking going for this game. That's why, because he knows. What's the head coach for the Kings? I forget his name. Gosh, that's bad, guys. I really know his name. I'm looking at his face right now. Anyways, he knows that the Raptors are not a good team. So he was like, I mean, the Hawks weren't a very good team right now either, but he only played this because he's going to play more guys tomorrow for sure. He's going to play more guys tomorrow, and so that is something to keep in mind. I highly doubt DeRozan, Sabonis, Murray, and Fox play mid-30s. They probably play right at 30 or a little bit underneath 30 minutes. And yeah, I would be surprised if they log heavy minutes tomorrow against the Raptors. I think Mike Brown, that's his name, Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown, I don't think he plays the starters as much against Toronto because I think he can get away with it. And so the line is -5, -4.5 right now on the Kings. And they played well in their first back-to-back this season at Utah. And the thing why I think this line's so low is maybe one of the starters for the Kings is going to sit out. Maybe that's a possibility. Because for real, this line should not be -5. It should be like -8. It really should. But the reason why it's not is because the Raptors have been covering spreads, guys. They've been covering spreads. Like, they've been feisty, and they've been covering spreads as underdogs. So, not winning, but covering. So, I think that's why this line is a little low at -4, 4.5. But, I mean, I definitely expect it to go to 5. Unless there's just some injury stuff that I haven't seen yet. So, I mean, don't bet anything yet until, like, you know for sure De'Aaron Fox, Murray, DeRozan, and Sabonis are playing, and Malik Monk. I need to know those guys are playing. Those 5 guys I need to know are playing. So we'll track that. The over-under's at 230. I mean, you got to play it over, right? Again, I need to know who's playing, but, I mean, Toronto's not playing a lick of defense right now. A lick of defense. So, let me see. Sorry, excuse me. Let me see what's going on with Toronto's, what they've been giving up. Yeah, 131, 138, 127, 112, 136 opening night. I mean, gosh, guys, that is that's bad. It's really, really bad. And then R.J. Barrett left today too with an injury, so I don't know if R.J. Barrett's going to play. I know Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley probably aren't going to play. But, I mean, this team has really bad defense, guys. Really poor defense. Like, man, I really hope all those guys for the Kings play because I do not see the Raptors playing well again. I mean, the Raptors are one of the worst teams in the league right now. Okay, let's keep it going. Next game, we have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Philadelphia 76ers. This is a good game, guys. Like, I think we can make some money on this. So, like, you're literally kind of seeing from my eyes as I look at these lines for the first time. Because I have not looked at these games yet at all. I'm so laser focused on the day of those games, and then once those games have been started, then I kind of start taking a peek into the next day of games. But since I had to do the NFL podcast, and I've been a little bit behind on my NFL because I was traveling this week, like, I'm a little behind, so I didn't have time to like do any notes before this podcast. But the Grizzlies are an interesting situation because they're a little banged up, but they had a really bad performance 2 games ago, but then they rebounded really well, like, not literally, but they bounced back from a bad loss at home and then beat the Bucks at home in a very, very nice win. So I think it was just an effort thing. I actually think that their roster is, even without Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart, I think it's actually capable of doing well. And I mean, they still have Jaren Jackson Jr., still have Ja Morant. Santi Aldamas played a lot last year as a starter, so he knows how to play a lot of minutes. Brandon Clark is a veteran. He knows how to play in that system. Scottie Pippen Jr. is doing his thing. Hopefully John Conchar can play. That'd be nice. But Jake LaRavia, he's been in this system for a while. So I think there's enough there. They're going to be shorthanded again, for sure. So that is something to eye. But they play Brooklyn on Monday, so it's really not that bad of a travel. Let's see Philadelphia here. Philly. Let's check their depth. I know Paul George and Embiid are still not playing. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. We have... Sorry, let me scoot closer. I think my microphone was too far away. All right, let me get closer like this. Okay, that's better. All right. Caleb Martin, Andre Drummond will start alongside Maxey, Lowry, and Oubre. And they still have Eric Gordon and Jared McCain and Reggie Jackson as the backup guards. So those are good quality backup guards right there. KJ Martin. Let's check who played for them the other day, the backup guys. Let's check on... So they're 1-3 right now. They lost at home to Detroit, but Detroit was hungry. Detroit was really hungry. And they do go out on a West Coast road trip after this game against Memphis, but they get a day in between. They get Monday off, or Sunday off. Sorry, they get Sunday off. So let's take a look at who played the minutes here. So Yabusele, KJ Martin, Jared McCain, Eric Gordon, Ricky Council. So really, the starters are playing heavy minutes. Maxey played 40 minutes. Lowry, Drummond. Man, I lean Philly at home, guys. I do. I think the other night with Memphis playing well was more about the Bucks just looking like a disaster. I think they're more so in the middle of what they showed those two nights against Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Like, that Brooklyn showing was really embarrassing, guys. The way that they did that game, like, I mean, they fell asleep. They took Brooklyn for granted, and then it was also kind of lack of effort, and then they bounced back and showed amazing effort and blew Milwaukee out. So I think they're somewhere in between. And Philly being 1-3 at home, about to go on a West Coast road trip, and like they have enough there. Like, in my opinion, Maxey and Ja Morant are like almost equal in like how I see them. Like I think they're, I'd give the nod to Morant just a little bit for sure, but Maxey's legit, and they just have Jaren Jackson Jr. as their next best player outside of him. So Kyle Lowry, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond matches up well against Edey or Caleb Martin. I like Philly in this spot, guys. I really do. Sorry, I got to write this down. I got to write my notes down for this because I really do like that. Let's see here. Let me put Philly in here. Philly for the try. First quarter, first half full game. What was the other game? Hornets plus 11. I'm going to take the Hornets, baby. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, guys. Taking these sorry-ass teams on the spread. And then, Toronto. Man, let's hope and pray the Kings play all their players again. We'll run it back again. Kings trifecta and the team total over against the sorry-ass Raptors. All right, next game. Oh, sorry, let's look at these totals. So the total's 221.5. And by the way, it's plus 2.5 for the 76ers. Like, I'm sorry, they should not be underdogs in this game, in my opinion. In my opinion, the wrong team's favored. It should be -2, Philadelphia. That's just my opinion. I think this is a huge spot. Well, yeah, no, I do. I think this is a huge spot for the 76ers to get a nice a home win before they go out on a little West Coast road trip. So over unders 221. I lean under. I lean under there. Okay, let's go to the next game. Next game, Minnesota at San Antonio. No freaking way this line is so low. No freaking way. Man, I know Minnesota played tonight and they had to come back from behind and everything, but Minnesota minus 3.5? Really? Really, guys? I mean, let's take a look at how long the starters played tonight. And then they're back home Monday, it looks like. So Minnesota, so Randall Gobert played 36 minutes and Anthony Edwards played 38 minutes. But, I mean, those three should play again. In my opinion, they should play again. I mean, Naz Reid, DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker played 25 minutes each. Mike Conley, 25. McDaniels, 25. Like, I'm sorry, guys. All those guys play? No freaking chance they should only be minus 3.5. And don't get me wrong, I do respect the new veteran-led Spurs with Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul mixed in with the young guys and the guys who have been in the Greg Popovich system for a while, like Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sochan and Julian Champagne or whatever. Trey Jones, like all that stuff, like Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, like these are guys that have been with Pop for like the last couple seasons. So, I mean, I definitely respect them, but that line's short. Minus 3.5? Are you kidding me? It is a little bit of travel though. I mean, it's 11:57. It's midnight there in Minneapolis. Like they're gonna leave here soon, and they'll probably get to the hotel like 3 o'clock in the morning in San Antonio. That's a long freaking day. That's a long freaking day, guys. Then they have Sunday off. Then they go to the Clippers. Oh, sorry, this is the Spurs. They're back on the West Coast after this game. But they came off a nice. This is their third game in 4 nights, though. That is something because they had that back to back at Utah. Let's take a look at Utah that game. Let's see how many minutes they played, and who played, and how they shot from 3-point land. I mean, they still can't shoot the shit out the ball. I mean, it's 27%. It was a back to back in Utah, but still, it's still. I mean, they don't have great 3-point shooting on this team. They don't. They do not. I mean, Wembanyama took 13 threes. My goodness. Holy smokes. Let's see. The backups. Collins, Mamu Kilashvili got 11 minutes in Utah. Branham got 17. Stephon Castle, the rookie, got 21. So Pop is trusting the rookie to play, huh? Okay. Keldon Johnson, 28 minutes. Okay, so that's kind of what they're doing, right? All right. I'm sorry, I can only look at the Timberwolves. Trifecta. First quarter, first half, full game. Many try. I don't know if I'm going to get there with that just because I do. Do I respect the Spurs? I don't know if I do. Sorry, let me look at the Spurs schedule one more time. Then we'll move on to the next game. They're 2-3. Lost at Dallas. Lost at home against Houston. Backdoor covered against the Thunder. Nah. These teams have been playing well on the back of the backs. Early in the season, teams have been playing, and maybe it's because they're rested and the season's still fresh and they're still, looking to get after and everything. But Minnesota's 3-2. And have they played a back-to-back yet? No, this will be their first back-to-back of the season. They're back home Monday. Then they have 2 days off, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then it's a short travel to Chicago, and then they're back home for 2 games. Yeah, this is man, I really like this spot for Minnesota, guys, because the way this lines up, it's like really their heavy work is just tomorrow. And I know Chris Fink or Fish or whatever his last name is, the head coach for the T-Wolves. He's going to be saying like, hey guys, power through the San Antonio game, get through the San Antonio game, and then there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because then we go back home, play Charlotte, an easy win on Monday. Then we just do short travel. We get 2 days off, short travel at Chicago, and then we're home for 2 games against Portland and Miami. So we're good. It's just this is the hard part right here. Get on the plane, rest up, battle your ass off, beat San Antonio, get after it. So I like that. I like Minnesota. I think I'm going to be on them. I think I'm going to give it a try here on this back-to-back. Okay, next game. Oh, sorry, the total's 215. It's hard to bet these Spurs games over. I mean, it's hard to bet Timberwolves games over. I lean under. Not going to play it. All right, next game. The Golden State Warriors, my team, my squad, at the Houston Rockets. Whoa, no way. This is kind of crazy, guys. Well, is it Warriors +6? I mean, I'm high on Houston. Don't get me wrong. I think I bet Houston like every single game they played this year. Let me take a look at this because that line's a little too high for a Golden State team that can shoot the lights out the ball, even without Steph Curry. So, let me see here. Let me take a look at this, how this lines up exactly because... All right, the Warriors play at Washington on Monday. And then at Boston on Wednesday. And then Cavaliers. So they're starting a 5-game road trip. Dang. They're playing some good teams on this road trip, guys. They finished with Boston, Cleveland, and the Thunder. Like, those are the 3 hottest teams in the NBA right now. And hopefully Steph Curry's back. That makes for some really good TV. But they're at Houston and at Washington to start it out. They just played shorthanded Pelicans 2 games. Let's check the depth. Andrew Wiggins, I believe, is playing. Yeah, he is. He is playing. So Wiggins, Kuminga, Green, Trace Jackson Davis. They got Podzemski is the starting point guard. You got Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, Kevon Looney, Moses Moody, Gary Payton II. I mean, this team's freaking deep, guys. I don't know. I kind of worry about Podzemski running the offense on the road. At home, I trust it. I like him there. I like him running the offense. But on the road, that's a little bit different story. And then the backup, like, I don't know who's running backup point guard. Maybe Gary Payton, but that's a little concerning too. Let's check Houston. See their injury report. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's healthy that matters. I mean, Steven Adams looks like he's not going to play, but that doesn't matter. Everyone else is healthy. And let me check that box score from the other night against Dallas because I bet Houston and won big last night on them. And they're starting a 3-game homestand. They're off Sunday. So both teams are off Sunday. Both teams did not play tonight. It's a clear rest spot for both teams. Let's see how this Rockets bench played the other night against Dallas on the road. Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore played. Reed Shepherd. I'm kind of surprised he's not trusting Reed Shepherd a little more to get more minutes. He's only getting like 5 a game. Man, they shot well. Holy smokes, they shot 74% from 3. No, sorry. That was free throw. I'm reading the wrong box. They're 8 of 34. They were shot awful from 3. Fred VanVleet was 0 for 7. That's not going to continue. And Jabari Smith Jr. is 1 of 5. That's not going to continue. So, man, they did not close well against the Mavericks. That is something to note. They did not close well. So, sorry, I'm like clicking way too much here. They didn't close well against San Antonio either. They were up 20 in that game. Ah, they're at home. They're at home. I still kind of lean Golden State +6. I do. But I kind of like Houston first quarter, first half with a small number. That's an interesting game, guys. That's an interesting game. The over-under's at 215.5. I lean under. Definitely lean under. Warriors without Curry, they still don't score as proficiently. They scored 104 in the second game against New Orleans. They scored 104 when they lost when Curry got hurt against the Clippers. Yeah, let me write that down. I'm gonna. It's at +6. We'll see where the line moves. I like Houston first quarter, first half. Maybe Warriors full game. Maybe Warriors full game +6. I mean, if it goes up to +7, I mean they're forcing my hand at that point. Don't hang a 7 on me now. Okay, next game, guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games left. Let's get through them. All right. Oh my gosh. Cavaliers at the Bucks. Is this finally the spot where the Cavaliers come back down to earth? Like, is it? Is it? I want to bet the Bucks so bad, guys. I want to bet the Bucks so bad. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know. Oh, they're at Cleveland on Monday. This is a home and home. So the Cavs will play at Milwaukee tomorrow night, Saturday, or today. It's 1 o'clock in the morning as I'm doing this podcast. They'll play Cleveland tonight, and then they'll go Monday at Cleveland. Then they get 2 days off, and they're back at home against Utah. Huh. It's just their bench sucks. Like Cleveland's bench is good, or they have more options, and definitely better shooting on the bench. I mean, the Bucks bench just sucks. They got DeLon Wright, AJ Green, Pat Connaughton, just Bobby Portis. That's their bench. But Chris Middleton, is Chris Middleton going to play? I don't think he's playing, guys. He's ruled out. He's not playing. Oh my gosh. You know what? Player prop wise, you might just want to take Damian Lillard to bounce back and have an amazing night, because I don't think the Cavaliers played a lot of people heavy minutes tonight at home against the Magic. They didn't really need to. They're pretty much blowing out the Magic the entire game. It got a little close, but they pulled away every time it got close. So let's see what the starters logged tonight. Let's see what they did. See what their big four did. All right, box score for the Cavaliers and the Magic. Yeah, they're going to be ready to go tomorrow, guys. They're going to be ready to go. Donovan Mitchell only played 22 minutes. Garland, 29. Jared Allen, 28. Evan Mobley, 30 on the dot. Dean Wade, 24. Okoro, 19. Karis LeVert, 22. Sam Merrill, Ty Jerome, 20. Like, they're going for blood in Milwaukee. Man, but it's at home for Milwaukee. They just got embarrassed. Like, I just hate their bench. Like, gosh, their bench is awful. Like, so bad. It's like the spot I was talking about in the NFL podcast, guys. It's like motivation versus roster. The Cavaliers have the better roster. It's not even close. They're better. But the motivation is so heavy on the Bucks. They're 1-4, guys. They're 1-4. Like, underachieving. Doc Rivers is on the hot seat. I think he is. I seriously think, like, if he has a bad November, he's going to get canned. So I mean, going down 1-5 wouldn't be the end of the world, but then you got to go at Cleveland on Monday. Like, I don't see you guys winning that. So, like, this is a really rally the troop spot here. Oh my gosh, guys. Taurean Prince, Bobby Portis, DeLon Wright. Sorry, one last thing. Let me look at the Bucks the other night at Memphis. Man, they had 2 days off. Sorry, no. Let's not look at Thursday. That was just an awful game by everybody. Let's take a look at Monday. Oh, whoops, at Boston. That's the box score we need to look at because they were winning that game at halftime, I believe, and I think they were winning the game in the fourth quarter even too. No, they weren't. Let's look at the box score. Let's see who was playing for the Bucks. They played heavy minutes. They played Giannis 39, Lillard and Trent Jr. 37. So the bench was Connaughton, DeLon Wright, and Bobby Portis, and Andre Jackson Jr. But really, it was Connaughton, Bobby Portis. That was the bench minutes, and DeLon Wright for a little bit. But like, my gosh, DeLon Wright only logged 1 assist in 10 minutes and 1 turnover. Like, come on, man, it's awful. Like, do something, man. Don't just run around. Connaughton, I do kind of like Connaughton. I will say that. I do like Connaughton. Connaughton's not like trash. He's not. But those are your guys. Those are your 2 guys. It's Connaughton and Portis. Like, oh man, sorry, I'm taking too long on this game. Let me get off this game, guys. I gotta think about this game tomorrow. I gotta think about this one tomorrow. Okay, over under for that game's 231.5. Oh boy, I think that's too high. I think it's too high. It's hard to take Cavaliers games under, but I think that's too high. Okay, Heat and the Wizards. Heat at the Wizards. Heat is -9. Wow, that's kind of high, guys. Man, like, you guys are getting my honest reaction. Like, this, this is funny. You guys are listening to like what it's like in my head, as I'm like laying down, looking at the next day's games, and I'm like, are you kidding me with this? Like, you're hanging up a 9 on the road. I know it's the Wizards, but the Wizards are just won 2 games in a row. I guess a very short-handed Hawks team, but still, nonetheless, it's like, I mean, they're 2-2, guys. They're 2-2. Everyone's healthy except for Kuzma. Let's see if Kuzma has a chance to play. He said they're saying he's not going to play. Kuzma is not going to play. But let's take a look at the last game's box score because they have some 2 talented rookies, in my opinion, on the team. And then Bilal Coulibaly, the Frenchman. This is the second game of a homestand. Then, like I said, they play Golden State on Monday at home. Then they go out on a 5-game roadie after Monday. But still, they're at home. They're at home right now. They're chilling. They're chilling at the crib. Had 2 really good offensive showings against Atlanta's awful defense. Let's take a look at that box score from the other night against Atlanta. Okay. Kispert played a lot. And see, he can shoot the ball. Kispert can shoot the ball okay. Valanciunas played a lot. So Jonas, Valanciunas, Corey Kispert played. So they're really going heavy with the starters of Sarr, the 2nd overall pick, and then Coulibaly, 2nd-year man, Bub Carrington, the rookie, and K. George. I forget K. George what year he is. Oh, he's the rookie too. Wow, they're starting 3 rookies. They're starting 3 rookies, guys. 3 rookies at home. Sarr, Carrington, and George, with floor general Jordan Poole at the helm. I'll say this. I'm looking towards the over, no doubt about that. Because the Wizards at home, they're probably going to try to shoot and play really well, shoot well, you know. The home teams like to do that. What's the over/under at? 225. I kind of like that. Kind of like over 225. And I guess I mean, they shot 16 of 38 from three-point land the other night. The Heat are going to play a lot better defense. They're 23 25 from the free throw line. That's impressive. They still got out rebounded though. That's the thing. But see, that's why I'm liking this over, because they don't have a rebounder on this team in general. Like, they don't. I mean, Jonas Valanciunas and Kuzma, you know, he rebounds hard, he plays hard, but the Wizards are going to try to shoot the ball a lot. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to shoot the ball. So let me see Miami. Let's see what's going on in Miami. See, Miami's doing what Miami does. They do this stuff all the time, guys, where they have some good wins and then they lose games at home. Like, they really should come out and win it, but they didn't. They've had Thursday, Friday off. Then they're back home Monday after the Wizards game against Sacramento, and then they go out on a 6-game road trip. Wow. Kind of middle of the country. So let's take a look at that box score from the Knicks the other night. Let's take a peek at it. So they're playing Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the bench, Thomas Bryant, Duncan Robinson, D. Smith. I don't even know who D. Smith is. Let's see. So Nikola Jovic, Jimmy Butler, Adebayo, Hero, Rozier. Man, Hero went 8 of 13 from 3. Have a night. Man, they shot 42%. They must have turned the ball over. That's what happened. So it's funny, guys. Basketball is a puzzle. If you're shooting 42% from 3 and you only score 107 points, that means you're not rebounding or you're turning over the ball. So let's see. They got 39 rebounds. They're 42, so they got out-rebounded. And they turned the ball over one more time, too. So, I want to bet the Wizards, guys. I want to bet the Wizards. I'm telling you, with all that shooting, they're definitely live at home to keep this thing close, but then they're definitely live to look like a bunch of young guys out there not knowing what they're doing. I lean Wizards +9. I do. I'm probably not going to bet it, but I want to bet it. Over 225. That might be a good look, though. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll see. All right, next game. We got 3 games left, and let's get out of here. I don't want to make this podcast too long. Trailblazers +12.5. Holy smokes, +12.5. They're playing right now. I didn't even see the score of this game. Let's see what the score of the Blazers and the Thunder is. Let's see what the minutes logged are. I can only really look towards Thunder. Wow, Thunder smoked them. 137, 114. Wow, the Thunder are on a rampage. Wow, they didn't cover the first half, though, because they were up 13. It was tied at half. It was tied at halftime. They covered the full game, though. They came out blazing. 37 points. Jeez. Thunder are not messing around, guys. I don't think they're messing around this year. I think it might be their year to win it all. I think they're the only team that can, like, really handle Boston and, like, match them offensively. They're deep enough. They only shot 38% from three-point land. Nobody played over 30 minutes, because OKC does play on tomorrow night as well, Saturday night as well. So nobody played over 28 minutes. It's crazy. Gilgeous Alexander scored 30 points in 28 minutes. Trailblazers, nobody played over 28 minutes over there as well. And they shot 42% from three. They made 15 threes. So it's not like they had an awful shooting night. They just got out rebounded and the turnovers. So that's it, guys. If you're not taking care of the basketball and you're not rebounding, you will get blown out more times than not. So that's just how it goes in the NBA. I can only look Phoenix. Let's see what Phoenix is at. Here. What's going on with their schedule? They're at a homestand, 3-game homestand. They got Philly on Monday, Miami on Wednesday. And they had off. They had a nice win on Thursday. They came back and won. It's just, are they going to take Portland serious? That's the thing. That's the big question, guys. Is Phoenix going to take Portland seriously? Because Portland's going to be, they didn't really exert a lot of energy tonight and they got blown out. So I definitely see them probably giving a really good effort. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I kind of lean Portland plus 12.5. If they actually bounce back the way they should. I mean, all their games have been, well, I wouldn't say respectable. I mean, Golden State was ugly. Oklahoma City was ugly. Sacramento became ugly late. This is the start of a 4-game road trip, too, for them. I don't know. I'm probably going to stay off that game. The over, though. What's the over 224? Oh, I'm there. I think I'm there for sure, guys. I think that goes over. I think that does go over 224. I like that a lot, actually. Let me write that down. I like that a lot. Phoenix, Portland, over 224. Lock that in. That's going to be a play for sure. Pretty positive on that. All right, next game. The Jazz at the Nuggets. So Jamal Murray got hurt. I think a concussion, so I really highly doubt he plays. And then the Nuggets lost when they were up 10 with 2 minutes to go tonight at Minneapolis. And they lost the game by 3. But, I mean, well, shoot. The Nuggets just did a back-to-back. And they did fairly well, and they won 2 back-to-back games at Toronto and at Brooklyn. So, but this is minus 9.5, minus 10. Let's take a look at the Jazz's health. I think Jordan Clarkson's hurt for the Jazz. Markkanen, I don't think is going to play. So, they're already behind the 8 ball injury-wise, even though they've just been chilling, waiting for the Nuggets. I mean, they still have Colin Sexton. Oh, Laurie might play, it looks like. Let me see. Excuse me, guys. I'm tired. It's almost 1:30 on the East Coast. He's doubtful. Laurie Markkanen's doubtful. So they really like the under in this game. Yeah. I mean, Jazz are still winless, too. That plus 10 might hit. They're winless. I think they have enough there to compete. It's not like Denver's shooting the best at all right now. And then they're at Chicago, then Milwaukee. So they're on a little road trip right now. They played hard against Dallas on the road, too. Let's take a quick peek at the box score against San Antonio from the other night where they lost. They were up. They were up at halftime, those guys. They played well they covered first quarter, first half, and I was up. Here they go. They're going to win. Nope, they did not. Man, they played a lot of people. They didn't need to play this many people, and they did. I don't know why they played this many people. They played Eubanks, they played Collins, they played Sensabaugh, Patty Mills. All these guys are over 15, close to 20 minutes. Sexton was 25 minutes. Filipowski at 20 minutes. Cody Williams, 24. Walker Kessler's 28. Keontae George, 30. Man, they cannot shoot the ball at all. 7 of 32 from 3-point land. I just know the Jazz are going to shoot the ball well one of these nights. Like, they don't, like, these guys are just in bad shooting slumps. Plus 10, Nuggets on a back-to-back. They are pissed off, though. Let's see what the Nuggets did, what they played minute-wise tonight. I think they played a lot. I like the Nuggets plus 10. I mean the Jazz plus 10, guys. Even with all their injuries, I like that a lot. I mean, you're looking at, this is the first game back home. So I also think that's a fade spot, like especially off a back-to-back. Like they don't get a day to recover. Like it's literally, yeah. Let me write the Jazz in, guys. I'm gonna put Jazz plus 10. I really like that a lot. Even with all their injuries. So like when you're coming back home, like you still have to deal with your wives, your kids, your pets, your animals. Like they've been gone for a week. This is their first game back home, and they played tonight and played a lot. So it's like it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Your first day home, like you'd be nice to get like a day off, before you have to like do all this stuff. Yeah, Jokic played 40. Porter Jr. played 39. Aaron Gordon played 38. Christian Braun, 36. Their bench is just so bad, guys. Their bench was 0 for 10. 0 for 9 from 3. Their bench is awful. Strother, Watson, Westbrook. They can't shoot the ball, guys. They cannot shoot. Let's see what that over-under's at. 217. Under. That's my lean. Okay, last game, guys. The Oklahoma City Thunder at the Los Angeles Clippers. We're looking at -6 for the Thunder. And like I said, none of their starters played. Nobody played 30 minutes, over 28 minutes for them. So they should be rested. Portland to LA, like that's not an awful flight. Like right now it's like 10:27 over there. They'll probably get to LA by like midnight something probably. But I want to bet the Clippers here. I think it's a Clippers spot. Let me take a look at the Clippers injury. Clippers at home getting 6 points. Sorry, this is a very well-coached team. A lot of pride. Everybody's healthy. I mean, obviously, except for Kawhi. Mo Bamba's not healthy. But Batum, Coffee, Kevin Porter Jr., Chris Dunn, like Powell, Harden, Terrence Mann, Derrick Jones Jr. What's the over-under in this game? This over-under's got to hit, guys. Oh, 218? You got to be kidding me. That game's going over. That game's got to go over because, like, OKC can get to 118 points like it's nothing. So, and the Clippers are going to be able to score against this team, too, on a back-to-back. Let me put LAC. Okay. Let's check the Clippers schedule. Oops, clicking all over the place here. Okay, the schedule. Come on, internet, I'm tired. All right, cool. They lost. Oh, they're on a 2-game losing streak. Yeah, they lost at Portland at home. That was a really bad loss. Really bad loss. Oh, this is the start of a 5-game homestand. They have not covered the last 2 games. So I like them covering this game. I'm looking Clippers +6. I think they make this thing a game, guys. Got the day off on Sunday. At home still against San Antonio, an easier opponent, and Philly, an easier opponent. Like, they're going to get up for this game. I kind of like them trifecta. I kind of like them first quarter, first half, full game. Let me write this down. Clips, try. I kind of do, guys. I kind of do. Well, honestly, hold on. Clips team total over is going to hit. the easiest out of all that because you're getting the best line value on that. Like, if you think it's going over anything the Clippers are going to hit, the Clippers team total over is going to hit, guys. Like, they're going to get to 110 points, 112 points. Okay. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking, guys. That's the way I'm looking for these games. Let me just look at Oklahoma City to see what's going on after this game. Oklahoma City's 5-0. Man, I hope that line keeps creeping up. I hope people see, like, yeah, Oklahoma City's going to be rested, relatively. They didn't play a lot of minutes. They should be able to win by 7. Like, I hope this line goes up to 7. I hope it goes to 7, guys. They're at home Monday against Orlando. Then at Denver Wednesday, but then they're at home after that for a 6-game homestand. Wow. They're at home a lot in November. All right, guys, that's it for the podcast. I'm tired. I'm going to put this up and then go to bed. So thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. I'll see you tomorrow.